Hello, everybody. Hi, and welcome to our first exhibitor webinar of the Labelexpo Europe Exhibitor Webinar Series. So I think we're just going to wait a couple more minutes, just a minute or two for more people to join. But in the meantime, I think I can go through the housekeeping rules of what to expect of the session today. So just to let everybody know, the session is being recorded, and the recording will be shared with everybody afterwards. Everybody's currently being muted, but I will give the ability to unmute yourself once we start the Q&A part. But in the meantime, throughout the presentation part, if you have any questions, if you have any generic questions, please do feel free to use the chat, as we will have members of our team monitoring it and answering your questions. These webinars will be taking place once a month, and each month we will cover a different topic. And we will also alternate the timings of these sessions to accommodate different audience in different time zones. So for example, because this one is taking place in the morning of the UK time, the next one next month will be in the afternoon of the UK time. But again, everything will be recorded. So even if you cannot join us in the real time, we will share the recording afterwards. I think we can start, everybody, we can join later. But once again, welcome to our first exhibitor webinar of the Labelexpo Europe Exhibitor Webinar Series. So on today's agenda, we'll go through the ops team introduction, then we'll go through the exhibitor portal, event timetable, official contractors, accommodation. We'll also explain the difference of the stand packages. We'll go through the key space-only build rules and regulations, different deadlines. We'll also show you the floor plan and the flow. We'll introduce you to the customer service theme, and then we'll talk about the sustainability and better stands, health and safety and insurance, and then lastly, we'll also take you on the virtual venue tour. And then for the last 10-15 minutes, we'll also open the floor for any questions. Okay, so without any further ado, I'd like to start by introducing the ops team first. And I'm sure that many of you are very familiar with the team, but it's still good to do a formal introduction. So first, we have Claire Sacker, who is the operations director. Then we have Pera, who is the senior operations manager. Then myself, Tao, I'm the operations manager, and then Rebecca, support manager. I would like now to hand it over to Rebecca, who will talk through the online exhibitor manual.
I'm just going to quickly talk through the exhibitor portal. So we have everything all in one place. So our manual portal, it's all in one place. We have the marketing information, all your building rules, regulations, show guide entry. It's all in one website. So if you haven't received your login details, or if you need them resent to us, you just send us an email, we can send them out to you. You can also add your colleagues or your contractors so they can have access without sharing your link. You just need to go into the Manage Users button, and then you can update their details there. Perry, just pause it. Yeah. You can also update your online profile listing, which will be used for your show guide listing as well. So when you go into your portal, on the left-hand side, there's the listing section. You'll see which package you have. So we have the basic, bronze, silver, or gold packages. All include different items, different marketing items. So just check which one your company has. If you want to upgrade, you can. You can pay for that through the portal as well. So if you want to upload your company details that go onto the live exhibitor listing, that'll also be pulled for our printed show guide and be handed out to visitors on site. So we also have the checklist, so you can look at the due deadlines that are due. You can add your own deadlines. You can also sorry, I've forgotten the word. You can change the status to either open or close, and you can allocate them to your colleagues as well. So if you want them to have be in charge of something specific. Okay. So our manual or portal is separated into different topics. You can click into each topic. Each topic has the explanation or information that you'll need. It has the contact details of who you need to contact for that specific topic, and also order forms or the email address of who you need to contact for to place your order. Video is just going to show you how it all works and how it all looks. So start, it all has all the information. There's quite a lot of text, so do take your time to read through it. There'll be actions and links, which will be order forms or links to go to ordering websites. We also have the contact details for the customer service team. So any questions for the portal or anything you can't find, please do go into the contact us page and you can contact the customer service team directly. So I'm going to hand it back to Tao.
Thanks, Rebecca. So I know that many of you are already very familiar with the event timetable, but I think it's still good to go through it together. So starting with the build-up, will officially commence on the 11th of September, and each day of build will start from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. If you're a machinery company and you need extra time for build, please do get in touch with Claire. Her email is just at the bottom of the corner. And then all contractors and exhibitors, they are able to work later than 6 p.m. on all days apart from the last day, the 15th of September, just where no late working is allowed.
Oh,
so
you got music sound.
Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Technical error.
Can you? Okay, I think people can hear me. I'm getting thumbs ups.
We still can't hear you, Tao. Can you hear us?
So I can hear you guys. Can people give me thumbs up? Just that I know that people can hear me. Okay, great. So I'll just put it quickly in the chat that people
Yeah,
can hear.
you can hear us. That's
Yeah,
good.
everyone can hear.
Tao, do you want
sorry
us
for
to
this.
take over? Should we carry on?
No.
Yeah.
Should we carry on? Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
No,
if
no,
you
wait.
can hear us. Oh, they can hear.
Yeah, people can hear me. So sorry for this. I think we're just in the different location. Okay, anyway, if you guys can hear me, I'll continue. So great, thank you so much for confirming. So as I mentioned, there will be no charge for late working between 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. From 11 until 14. But if you need more time to work after 8 p.m., then you will need to arrange this at the exhibitor service desk 48 hours in advance. And the late working charges are 1,650 euros per 4 hours of minimum. Yes, after 8 p.m. And the Labelexpo Europe will officially open its door on Tuesday, 16th of September at 9:30 a.m. But exhibitors will be able to enter the halls from 7 a.m. Every day, the show will open from 9:30 to visitors, but exhibitors can access the hall earlier than that. And the show will close it at 5:30. On the last day of the show will close at 4 p.m. So if you're interested in hosting a reception on your stand, you're welcome to do so until 8 p.m. only, but please do email us with the details of your reception and what you're planning to do. The dismantling will start on the last day of the show on the 19th of September as soon as the show closes. So once the halls are clear of all visitors, we will start letting moving vehicles in for dismantling. And we have 2.5 days for dismantling, and your stand will need to be completely dismantled and all waste removed by 6 p.m. on the 21st of September. So this year we have partnered with several different suppliers. So we have partnered with Abraxas, who is our space-only stand approval. Then Beat Network. I'm sorry, I'm getting some kind of echo here. Then Beat Network, who is the official hotel supplier. Then Fair Barcelona, who is providing anything from cleaning, recycling, compressed air, space-only electrics, all the way to contemporary stuff and water and waste. And then Gastrofiera, who is catering supplier. And GS, who is looking after all the shell scheme and shell scheme furniture and anything related to shell scheme. Then we have ILS, who is the freight contractor. So they are dealing with shipping, deliveries, and storage. And then Visit by GS, who is the lead retrieval supplier. So as mentioned, this year we have partnered with B Network, who have negotiated really good rates across many hotels in Barcelona for the duration of Labelexpo. So if you haven't had a chance yet, we do strongly urge you to book your accommodation as soon as possible to secure this special discount, as September is a very busy month in Barcelona and you don't really want to miss out on the offers. So you can book the accommodation via the website that is on this slide, which we will also share with you afterwards, or you can go to our website, Labelexpo Europe, and you will find the link there as well. And now I will hand it back to Pera, who will talk about different stand packages, deadlines, and floor plan.
Thanks, Tao. So in terms of the types of stands that we normally sell, we've got different types of stands. So we've got shell scheme stands. In the portal, the heading appears as stands provided by us. And we've got two different shell scheme stands. The first one is the most basic stand, which is shell scheme stand, and it comes with carpet, with panels, walls, and also with fascia. It's important to remember everyone to please complete the fascia form and send it to GS by the 8th of August. And that way, when you come and you arrive to your stand, the spelling of your name will be correct. We can change the names on site, but we would advise and we would ask everyone to please complete the fascia form by the deadline so we don't have any on-site changes. And then we've got the shell scheme premium stand, the shell scheme premium stand comes with a package of furniture and also a cupboard. This visual is a package of 4 meters by 4 meters. And then we've got different packages, different numbers of furniture, depending on the size. So if you are 0 square meters to 18 square meters, you have 3 spotlights and 1 socket. And then you also have one round table, 3 chairs, lockable cabinet, a literature rack, and small bin. And if you are 19 to 36 square meters, you've got more furniture. If you have a shell scheme premium package that is over 36 square meters, please contact GS and then they will tailor the offer for you. Also, if you would like to have the details of the dimensions of the panels because you want some graphics on the panels, go back to the portal. We have uploaded the brochure from GS, and in the latest brochure, you can also see the dimensions of the fascia and also the panels. So when you're planning for graphics, you've got the exact dimensions. And then anything else, you can contact the GES team directly. And if you need to escalate that, then you can contact customer service, who will let us know if they need our input as well. And then we've got the space-only stands, which on the portal appear as stand built by you. If you have purchased a space-only stand, you have bought a row space, so the space comes with nothing. So you're responsible of having flooring, walling, electrics, furniture, graphics, everything you need to bring by yourself. And you will have you will get a contractor to build it for you. If you have a small space-only stand and your team is going to build it, please make sure that you have at least carpet and walling in your stand. And please remember the 31st of July deadline to send your stand drawings, and you can send them to a Praxis team who will review and give you feedback if they need to. And then into the space-only stand rules and regulations. In order for you to build your stand design, you need to read all our rules and regulations. There is a lot of information, so please take your time to read those. But we thought we would highlight the most common questions, which are maximum build height is 4 meters for stands 24 square meters or over. If your stand is below 24 square meters, you need to keep it at 2.5 meters. And then the rigging height is 6 meters. The reason why we are putting these regulations and the maximum height is so that we can keep consistency across all the halls. apart from the height, we also have the banner visibility. If you have a banner on top of your stand, there are different visibility rules. If you are an island stand, you can have your brand across 360, so on the 4 sides. But if you've got neighboring stands, you can only have banner visibility on the side of your stand that touch the gangway. Then we also have a rule, an important rule about solid walls. Say that your stand is several meters wide. We cannot allow like super big solid walls, because if you've got neighboring stands, that would be a bit unfair of them. So try and always design something that has some sort of like opening within those walls. That can be like glass, it can be like empty areas, it can be like different blocks, but that's an important one. If you have any questions, you can go to Abraxas, or you can reach out to us as well. And then all the services at Fira Barcelona come from the floor, and you can see there is a version of the floor plan that is specifically on service chests. So some stands will have more than one service chest, but whichever service chest you're using for your stand, you need to make sure that that is accessible throughout the show. So when your contractor is designing the stand, just make sure that when you put the flooring on it, that service chest will be available in case it needs to be accessed. And then deadlines are very important, so please make sure you read those deadlines. Beneficial things about meeting the deadlines, for instance, are early bird prices. So if you meet those first deadlines, you will be getting better prices. If you cannot meet that deadline, you might have to pay extra for those things. So please go back to the portal, have a look at the deadlines, and put them on your calendars. And again, if you have any questions, we're here to help. And then in our website, we've got a link for our floor plan. And in the website, there are different versions of the floor plan that you can access or that you can download. So this video that we've taken, you go to the website, Exhibit, and then View Floor Plan. And then on View Floor Plan, you've got the interactive floor plan, the regular PDF, and then you have a specific floor plan for service chests, and then another specific floor plan for height restrictions. Height restrictions are only applicable if you are under the bridge or near the bridge. But again, if you have any questions, and then if you go to the interactive floor plan, you can look at the floor plan online, and then you can search by name. And then we've got our lovely customer service team, which is available for you. So you can always email them to labelexpocs@informa.com, or you can give them a call. They work Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. GMT time. So that's UK time. And now I'm going to pass it over to Claire, who's going to talk about sustainability.
Hi, everybody. So sustainability is really, really important to us at Informa and to all our Label Expo shows. And I think in the webinars that come up, we'll be talking about initiatives on the show floor that we have, including rest areas and water coolers and things like that. But there were 2 specific things I wanted to talk to you about today. One of them is a program called Better Stands. Now, Better Stands is an initiative, an industry initiative, and the focus of that is really to move away from single-use disposable stands as much as possible. So we have our own internal targets within Informa to reach certain levels, and particularly for us is the bronze level. And basically there are 4 criteria here for each stand to meet, and the 4 are that the structure of the stand should be recyclable or reusable. The flooring or platform, whether that's carpet or a platform, would need to be recyclable. Furniture and equipment, which more often than not is rented or owned, and also the lighting. So what we will be doing, and we did this in Labelexpo Americas last year, is we'll be auditing this on the show floor. We're going to be offering a prize to the most sustainable stand, which is a bit of an incentive, but we really need to work together really to make our industry more sustainable. So you'll hear more about this, and there's more information about this in the portal. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that we're really excited to be partnering with a recycling partner for Labelexpo Europe this year. The company is called DMP Europe. They're based in Romania. And like we did in Labelexpo Americas, we're going to be collecting used label rolls and different different label waste. And we are going to be sending it to Romania, and that will be recycled. And DMP do a great job, and they've tested this already to recycle any waste that we have, label waste that we have, into pallets for use in industry, and also for industrial bumpers, which people can use in factories. So it's really, really exciting initiative. So I'd really urge anybody who's printing materials to get in touch with me. I can explain more a little bit about the process, and we will really be actively, promoting this on site as well. So yeah, that's the sustainability. And then obviously health and safety and insurance. We have a lot of detail in the portal about health and safety and the do's and the don'ts, but we really need to make our show a safe environment for everybody. We do encourage personal protective equipment, especially high visibility jackets, and obviously helmets if you're working at height. But really have a quick look at all these important details in terms of making the floor space safe. And then insurance, as you know, it's mandatory to have insurance to exhibit at our shows. That's public liability insurance, minimum level of £2 million. You would need to submit a copy before we go on site to help@labelexpo.com. If you have any issues with this, let us know, but it is a mandatory thing to have insurance to exhibit. And then, yeah, next webinar, I think we're looking towards the end of June, Tao, aren't we? But we will send a bit more information about this nearer the time. And then we just wanted to talk through the actual layout of the venue. We'll talk more about transportation options and so on in webinars to come. But basically, for Labelexpo in September, we're going to be using 4 halls. They are halls 3, 4, 5, and 7. And there are 2 different central access points to the FERA. One of them is the south access, which Pere is highlighting now. But the entrance for us is the east access. So on our website, we are giving that address, which is Avenue Juan Carlos, I think. The closest metro station is FERA. The FERA stop is served from the airport and also downtown. And the main entrance is the east access. We will also have a registration point at the south access, but that is not for anybody who's collecting their badge. It will be a badge holder's entrance only. So from day 2 onwards, people will be able to access the south access, and also exhibitors will, once they pick up their badges in advance of the show. But predominantly the main entrance and egress is from hall 3 in the east access. We have a lot of parking options. Sorry, the pan's gone. So the closest car parks to the east access are C and D, which Pere is just showing now. They're just on top of the FERA stop, Pere. C and D, yeah. So yeah. These are the two parkings for the show.
Yeah. Lastly, I just wanted to I think we've been reminding everyone about this great portal. FERA Barcelona has this amazing website that you can all visit. We've got the link placed in several places in the portal, but basically if you go to Gran Via, you've got all the planning here. So you can go, for instance, to hall 3, and then you've got all the dimensions of hall 3, and then if you scroll down, you can actually do a walk through the halls. And then you can see exactly where your stand is. You can see if it has a pillar and etc. And then you can walk the hall. If you go back to here, you can also look the meeting rooms. You can have a look at the east access, and then there's also this great resource page, is the download section with a lot of information. I think the technical information has all the technical elements, and then you also have one called column details. So if you have a pillar on your stand, you can go here. You can open, and then you can see all the information that you need. Obviously, we're always here to help, but these are all great resources that you have. And then for venue travel information, you've got our website. You go to our website, you go to venue travel, and then in here, you've got all the information that you need. You have venue and travel information. You've got information about attractions, tours and restaurants in Barcelona. You've got the opening times, and also, as Tao said, you've got the hotels link. So again, if you have not booked your hotels, we strongly recommend you to do it
And just on the hotel note as well, B Network have negotiated discounts of up to 23%, I think it is, but that's only for a limited time. So I think we have a couple more weeks where that is still applicable. Obviously, after that date, hotels still can be booked through B Network. They'll still be discounted, but not really to the same extent. So I'd really urge you to book as soon as possible. And I think that's the end of our
just Q&A.
presentation. So yeah, we're open to questions. So I don't know who wants to start.
I think you should be able to unmute yourself as well if you prefer to unmute yourself and then ask questions, or feel free to type them in the chat and then we can read it out loud.
I can see we do have one question that's come in already just regarding the exhibitor portal and the problems that we've had over the last few weeks. I do just want to apologise. The web team have been working very hard. I know that there's been a few issues accessing the portal on a few days. I'm not sure on the technical element, but or any technical part of it, but they have confirmed that they have now moved the website, the portal, onto a different server and everything. So hopefully we won't have any more problems. If you do have any issues trying to log on, do just contact us straight away and we can look into it further for you. But yeah, apologies again for that. Hopefully it won't happen again.
I can see Daniela. Daniela, have you got a question? I think someone's. So I think I see Daniela's got a hand up.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, I think we have some questions. Oh, sorry. Do you want to go ahead, Daniela?
No, I had no questions. Thank you.
We have another Daniela.
We have two Danielas, another Daniela.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Hi.
I just want to be extra sure about this, just to pass the information to my colleagues. So the build-up time officially is from 8 to 6 p.m., but if we stand till 8 p.m., 8 p.m. is without charge, correct?
Right, yes.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to be sure about this information. That's it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a few other questions that come in. So regarding the insurance, the cover, it needs to be from first day of build until last day of breakdown. So depending which day you're coming in for build up, make sure that you're covered from that first day. So first day of build until the last day of breakdown, you need to be covered for that insurance cover. And how to make rebook for the next edition of the show. So the sales team, they'll be doing their own webinar, but they will also be sending out communication and email before the event on how they will be doing rebook. And I'm sure also on site, you'll be able to go to talk to the team, see your location that you want to book, and see and place that booking on site. Other questions. So marketing deadlines for exhibitors, all the deadlines are in the portal. So marketing, again, they'll be doing their own webinar as well, but just go to the portal. If you look at the checklist option, all of their deadlines for marketing options are there. So show guide, promotions, all of that are all listed in the portal. Deadline for submitting in the show guide. Let me just double check for you. So that's on the deadline. Slide. So the show guide deadline is the 1st of July. So just make sure you fill out your online listing by the 1st of July, and we'll be pulling that for the show guide as well.
Tara, do you want to click back to the deadline page? I think
Yeah.
you can then take a screenshot of that.
Questions about deadlines.
There you go.
Deadlines for samples. I'm assuming you mean for your marketing samples and things to deliver to the show site. In which case, I mean, in terms of deliveries, generally speaking, we sort of don't advise you to send them too early to the venue. But if you have a colleague who's on site, you know, I'd suggest looking towards the end of the first week. So around the 12th or 13th of September. I think that's the end of that.
The ILS brochure has all the information.
Yeah, and if you go to the ILS, the lifting and shipping section, they have all the deadlines in terms of sending your materials in advance. Any other questions? Any other questions?
No.
No?
So someone just asked about the VIP ticket purchase. So so Marta is asking, I would have another questions regarding the VIP tickets purchase. Aside from the complimentary number of VIP tickets we will receive based on our booth size, we will be charged £35 for all the additional tickets ordered through the portal, or only for the tickets that will be retrieved by our customers, regardless of how many we initially ordered.
You'll be charged how many you're ordered. So whether they're used or not, you will still be charged the amount. All the questions?
I think there's another one for L&L. L&L magazine.
Don't have business. We'll need to get back to you regarding the L&L magazine, and we'll talk to the marketing team about that.
And Daniela's asked about additional build-up. So Daniela, we do have additional options. Do you want to reach out to me directly, and I can send you through the options for the additional move-in details? Great, thanks. Anyone else? Any other questions?
Do you have a fixed number of invitation codes? Yeah, so each stand will come with a certain number of VIP codes, depending on your stand size. So I think it's 3 codes for every 9 square meters. Those can be found in your badge portal. So when you go to the exhibitor portal, there's a section that says badges and leave retrieval. When you scroll down, if you go to access the badge portal, they're under the guest section. So if you click on the guest section, and then there's an invite tab, and then all your VIP codes are listed there. The VIP codes can be used once by your clients. So when you send it out to your clients, make sure you only send 1 per person. And then they just need to go onto the Labelexpo Europe website. The first page asks for discount codes or VIP code. They add it in there, and then it will take the amount off at the end for billing. Any more questions?
Anything else?
VIP codes.
I think in terms of the insurance, I don't think it has to be complete event dedicated. I think it can be your own company public liability insurance. So as long as we see proof of that, that's no problem.
I'll check with a lot of companies who have legal teams. I'm checking with them before, because a lot of companies actually already have it in place. So it's public liability. Public liability insurance. A lot of companies will already have it in place. Double check. We just need to send proof that you've already got it in place. If you haven't, there are specific companies that will cover you just for the event as well. So if you don't have it, you can just purchase it for the event cover.
See the one about the VIP codes and general voucher codes.
So we don't have general voucher codes. No, we just have the VIP codes for exhibitors to give out. General registration is done through the Labelexpo Europe website, and the cost depends on if they're a supplier or manufacturer. You can send invitations out to your clients and just send the generic Labelexpo Europe website link for them to register, but that won't be discounted, I'm afraid.
Anyone else?
I don't think we have any more questions, but again, if you have any questions after this, please feel free to email us. You have the Labelexpo customer service email, and we're always here to help you. So as I mentioned at the beginning, this will be the link for the recording will be available, and as soon as it is available, we will share it with everybody along with the copy of the slides. So thank you again so much for joining us this month, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.